More than 1 million names have been removed from Texas voters' rolls since 2021. That's according to an August news release from Governor Greg Abbott.
He specifically said 6,500 non-citizens were among the names that were removed. It comes as many are questioning the security of our elections. Ariane Detail verifies what systems states have in place to keep ineligible voters from casting ballots.
Border security and immigration have been among the most talked about issues in the lead up to the presidential election, and some have linked those issues to voting, including former President Donald Trump, who said that Democrats want to sign undocumented immigrants up to vote.
Our elections are bad, and a lot of these illegal immigrants coming in, they're trying to get them to vote.
Verify has received dozens of questions asking how states stop undocumented people and other non-citizens from voting in federal elections. Using these sources, here's what we can verify. Under U.S. law, U.S. citizens are the only people permitted to vote in federal elections, which include elections for president and Congress. When a person registers to vote, federal law mandates they sign a form attesting to their citizenship under penalty of perjury. Anyone violating the law could face a fine, up to 1 year in prison, and deportation, plus the penalties of whatever state crimes they've violated. State departments of motor vehicles typically offer people the option to register or automatically register people to vote when they get a driver's license. A number of states allow non-citizens to obtain IDs issued by their DMV, but they have systems in place so those people are not also automatically registered to vote at the same time. Still, if somehow an undocumented person does end up registering to vote, there are other checkpoints to prevent them from casting a ballot. The National Voter Registration Act of 1993 requires states to routinely check their voter registration rolls for accuracy against various databases, including Social Security and felony records. So, if someone on their voter rolls doesn't have a Social Security number or they've committed a felony, they'd be taken off the rolls. And on Election Day, states have more protections against illegal voting. One of the more common practices is having a voter prove their identity and citizenship status at the polls by requiring an ID. Non-citizen IDs look different. In Illinois, for example, non-citizen driver's licenses say federal limits apply. Another safeguard available in some states on Election Day is the ability to challenge individual voters. Depending on the state, the challenged voter may have to verify their information, and their ballot may then be set aside for additional review. Data doesn't back up claims of widespread voting by undocumented immigrants. The Brennan Center for Justice analyzed 23.5 million votes from the 2016 election and only found 30 instances of non-citizens voting. And the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, identified 129 proven incidents of non-citizens registering to vote or casting a ballot in the last 21 years. With your Verify, I'm Ariane Detail.